Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast 2.0. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
Oh, I wanted to bring
Who
up
is
like
Andre the Giant?
You don't know who Andre the Giant is?
Do you think he
Haven't you
was...
seen the Celebrity Jeopardy?
I recorded
Burt
his...
Reynolds came out and he's like, he just randomly says, "Who is Andre the Giant?" We're like, that wasn't part of the question. He's like, "No, I'm actually asking."
Are you talking
who
about
is
like the
Andre
SNL, the SNL
SNL,
skit?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Nick, raise your mic up a little bit, cause
I-
you
Like here.
like the back of it, raise it up. No, like yeah, because
Like there?
you're talking like you have like
Like up and
you have
over?
a high posture, so it's just best.
I
Sorry.
thought that you were about to
No.
be like, you have a
There
white...
you go.
I thought that you were about to be like, you have a white
How's this?
posture.
It's
Is this-
fine
is
now.
this good?
Yeah, it's totally good. It's just a matter of like you
I
just
sit up
naturally
too- I
sit
sit up
up.
too
You
tall.
naturally sit up, so
Gotcha.
the mic just got to be pointing towards your mouth.
They're,
Toes my mouth.
Towards your mouth.
I actually recorded that Andre the Giant documentary on HBO.
How was that?
I haven't watched it yet. I recorded it
I think
today.
it's
Let me know how
called
it
"My
is.
Hands Are Too Big for My Dick" by Andre the
I
Giant.
think it's called I Got This Big from Eating Too Much Ass.
I think it's called
Good one.
"This Is All I Could Do with My Life" for being this big.
No, he could have been a
You're
lumberjack.
so serious. Do you do deadpan on can you do that, or do you usually do deadpan when you do improv?
Do
I don't
what?
know, Joe. Do I do deadpan in improv?
No, you know what it is? It's like you undermine him because you don't think he's funny, but then he says hilarious things. You go, oh, fuck, he's really funny.
I think Nick's pretty funny,
He
or
is,
he
it's-
wouldn't be on the podcast.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at him or you see him saying some things, sometimes you go, okay, here we
Dude,
go.
No,
just
I
reply-
especially think he's funny when I look at
Yeah.
him.
There's this really
Why is that?
the other day, Joe,
love you,
you were
Nick.
telling me, and I just want you to just maybe tell me this story.
Yeah, man.
You said that you were hanging out with Nick at a bar, and somebody asked something about the podcast, or you mentioned the podcast, and then all of a sudden you were like, I don't know, Nick, can you explain the podcast to us? I don't know, it's something like that.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
speaking of the
that
podcast,
didn't happen. I
just-
never said that.
Just to set it up, we were sitting at the table with two people, and Joe decides, he's like, "Hey, by the way, guys, Nick's on a podcast," and I was like, "So are you, Joe?" He's like, "Yeah, but Nick, why don't you tell him about it?"
Nick's
And I was
podcast.
like, "Joe, you're on it way more than I am."
Nick's podcast is brought to you by Molson's Canadian. Thank you.
No, it's not. What,
This-
dude,
my
you fucking
podcast.
made him pause for that.
This is Nick's podcast.
Dude,
This
we
is
didn't
mine
do
now.
any ads in the last episode.
That's the other reason. That's the other thing I was going to bring up. Here's
Yeah.
an ad.
No, that's not a good spot for one.
No.
It's definitely not.
All right, now here's
Now
an
here's an ad.
No, no.
Hey, stop, guys.
It's only
But
2
for real,
minutes in.
here's an ad. I just put like 5 different ads.
Please don't do that to our listeners.
But before we
I won't, I
continue,
won't.
Within,
know,
within the first 2 minutes of the podcast.
The one
Doesn't
thing.
do that.
The one thing that I wanted to ask you though is I've been listening to quite a few podcasts, and I was kind of curious. Why don't we just do all the ads at once and get them out of the way?
Because everyone hates that, and
it'd be a commercial break.
yeah,
Yeah.
and most people skip them. I even
Oh
skip.
yeah, you know what? I do skip them. Never mind.
Yeah, we don't want that. Our ads are small. One of them's for a local singer, and then the other ones
Yeah.
are for like our network. So we don't want that.
Can
For
we-
any listeners, if you got anybody who wants to be, advertised by us,
Yeah, if you
we're-
wanna, we'll literally give us $5 and we'll advertise to you
Yeah.
30.
yeah. All you really have to do is wear a suit, look Iranian, and then go, "Hey, bro, I'll lower down your car."
I'll lower your cable bill.
Yeah,
I
man.
give you a gift card for
Yeah.
$200.
How about this?
Yeah.
What's the name of your improv group?
Rare form.
Rare Form. Why don't you
I'll
tell
give you
those?
$5.
Why don't you tell those guys
You
that,
could give me $5
for
I'm not
dude?
giving
No,
you
look at this.
fucking shit.
How about for every time we put the ad, you give us $1?
Yeah, I
Just kidding, because there would be a
That's a
whole
lot of
episode of
money.
one ad.
Hey, that's,
I was actually going to ask them if they wanted to open for us. So then it would be like a two-way street. Like we would get notoriety for the podcast, and then like we'd have an opening act for the show. But I don't know if we even wanted to do that.
Opening act.
Like you guys would
Who's the
you
opening
guys
act?
would do a 30-minute set as the designated drinkers on stage.
Fuck.
Doing what?
Doing what?
Just doing
doing
the
a live
podcast.
we do a
podcast?
podcast.
Right.
Jerking each
So you
other
would-
off?
I've seen a good amount of podcasts that do live shows. So you do like
you know
a
what?
live
That actually
show.
might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'd be a good
It
venue.
would be yeah, I don't know if it would be a good selling point.
You'd be on a stage.
Because yeah, also we don't like.
I feel like it would make it super unnatural.
I feel
Yeah.
like no,
Yeah,
I feel like
I
you guys
think-
could do it. I feel like we could do
I
it.
don't know.
Actually,
We'll
if-
talk
if
about
you
it.
guys-
Audience, what do you think?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let us know at designateddpod@gmail.com. I think
You're
that's
so
what it
bad
is.
at this.
Dude, I don't fucking know the email anymore. Fuck you.
That's not nice.
Or you could just, put a comment below on Facebook, on our Facebook page.
Actually, it's exactly at designateddpod@gmail.com.
We really need to record that like once
We have
and
it.
put it in on every episode.
Do it at the beginning.
We have it, but it's kind of awkward. So I don't know if you. I'll
Hey,
show
here,
it to
here.
you.
All of you guys be quiet. Hey, guys, listening to the Designated Drinkers podcast, thank you very much for joining us. Please give us a like on Twitter at DesignateD, on Facebook at The Designated Drinkers, and send us emails with your questions at thedesignateD.pod@gmail.com. Boom, bitch.
There it is.
There you go. So just cut that out.
And
put
hey,
it at-
everybody, we just started the show. My name is Joe,
Carlo?
Tom.
And I'm Nick.
and we are the Designated Drinkers. Fuck yeah, it's great to be back on Saturday with the boys.
I
Keep
didn't- I
on
didn't
drinking.
I didn't mean to sound so sad when I said my name.
It's okay. You're a sad
Sorry.
drinker. I
It's
don't know.
okay.
I don't know what to
I
tell
am
you.
a sad drinker.
Are you a sad drinker?
On Saturdays.
How do you guys usually react when people are talking to you and stuff like that?
What do you mean?
That's a very loaded question.
No. How do you guys react? I'm sorry. How do you guys react when you're drunk? Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying people. What are you
what
drunk?
do you mean, people?
I'm so confused right now. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey guys, welcome to Designated Drinkers Podcast. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that.
Just completely start over. You know, that was irrelevant.
What kind of drunk are you?
Kinda
Don't
drunk.
tell me the drink. Depends on the drink.
For the
What
most
kinda
part, I'm
drunk
a
are you?
happy drunk. I would think, right?
Yeah, we're both happy drunks.
Yeah, I like being a happy drunk. I was always afraid when I was young that I would be an angry drunk.
Me too, buddy.
Hey guys,
Really?
by the way, we're
Yeah, let's
now on
tweak it.
iHeartRadio.
Are we?
No shit.
Yeah,
What?
we are. I just got an email. We're writing to let you know that your podcast, the Designated Drinkers Podcast, has been added to iHeartRadio. So, hey,
Oh,
if you're
hot
looking for
dog.
another way to listen to us, iHeartRadio is one of them.
Are we,
Celebration song right here. Here we go.
are we also on Spotify or no?
I don't know if we're on Spotify. They never fucking sent me anything.
We have
Oh.
like 2 episodes on Spotify.
Do we really?
Yeah,
Only 2?
yeah. You can check it up. It's like
I'll have to go look at the thing.
When's Pandora gonna jump on the podcast train?
Might as well.
right.
I think
Open up that box.
Pandora's kind of like a dying thing.
Yeah, it is.
I still listen to it. I love Pandora.
Well, it's because you're fucking 80 years old.
I have the most customized radio stations.
Do you
Yeah.
really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Grandpa.
You know what-
Wow, I'd love to hear about
You
it.
know what else you could
Fuck
do?
you.
You know what else you could do that on? Spotify, iHeartRadio.
Okay, Spotify. I don't like Spotify because it only plays that artist. I like the variety.
No,
of
you
the
can.
songs.
You can. They
You
have
can
radio
go on
stations
radio
on
station,
Spotify
though.
now.
I
And you
don't
can make your
wanna do that.
playlists too. You can
It's
make playlists.
literally what you're doing on Pandora.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I type in the artist or the song that I like, and then it gives me all the songs that are sort of like that. And if I continue to thumbs up them, it gets more and more defined into a
That's,
certain type of
yeah,
literally
music.
what I'm saying.
Spotify stole that from Pandora.
Right.
Just so you know.
Well-
like I mean, yes.
Well, that's
technically,
fine, but I like the original.
It's just like how.
It's
How-
just like how in the 1950s they were like, man, I like segregation.
You know what? I had Spotify. I got rid of it. I didn't like it. I like the Pandora.
Sure. Okay.
the Pandora.
The Pandora
I like that Pandora radio station.
with your
I
Frank
like-
Sinatras and your
I got Frank Sinatra. I like that dang there Elvis Presley.
I
and,
like the Pandora on my grandson's telephone.
that smart cellular telephone device.
Hey, but on a serious note, though, I'm kind of curious on what we can do to start getting more people to come onto the show and whatnot.
Come onto the show.
Come onto the show,
Dude,
get us the sponsors.
I was thinking,
them to sponsor us, whatnot.
I don't know about that, but like coming onto the show, I definitely just be like, "Hey Nick, want to be on a podcast?"
What?
Cool. All right.
Well,
Dude, my tattoo artist said he would be totally down if we brought the equipment over, and we
Go to the tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
Will we
like-
get free tattoos?
No, we
Damn.
just go and just interview a bunch of the tattoo artists.
You know what would be
That'd be
sexy
cool.
as
Yeah.
fuck? What about if we did an interview while he was giving me a tattoo?
That'd be cool.
It'd be kind of
cool.
loud.
He's
it would be
No,
a lot harder.
and you'd be crying the entire time.
That's fine.
The
sound bites would be amazing.
It would
I'd
be
like-
it would be really hard because the entire time you'd be going, "Oh, please no, it hurts so bad."
Now, if you cut out the fat of what you just said, all you hear is "It's really hard." Oh, please no.
That's right.
But see, my main question is like, I think it would be kind of cool if we could get some local businesses to like let us plug the name of their shop or whatever.
Yeah,
we
I
got to
think-
do the work.
I
They're not
think-
gonna just
No,
come
no,
out.
I know, but that's what
I-
I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out how we could do that.
I think when it comes to that, it's more about audience engagement. So the first thing we have to do is we need to probably hit the 50 mark. Once we hit the 50 mark, I think then we can do that because our podcast
What are we at now, anyways?
between 10 and 20 and 30. Like it depends on the episode, man. It's fucking weird for me. And it's really weird. And sometimes I think it might not even be people. It might be people grabbing the link, like other podcast pages grabbing the link. So it depends. It really
That's
fucking
okay.
does.
We just got to keep going.
Right? No,
It will-
this
it
is
will
yeah,
work.
yeah.
We'll grow.
Right.
Yep.
Like
We'll
we're
grow
not gonna
like my dick.
we're not gonna pod fade. I can tell you that, guys. So if you enjoy listening to the designated
Is
drinkers,
that a thing?
Nick might,
pod fading, yeah, dude. Everybody starts and then all of a sudden they want to quit.
and they stop
Oh
showing
yeah.
up.
Well, why quit? It's fun.
Right. You know, definitely. Well, that is
What'd
the
you say?
thing.
I said, then they stop showing up and come once in a while.
Yeah, they get a baby and
Yeah,
they-
I'm a fucking asshole.
then they
I'm a
come-
dad.
then they compare your podcast to Howard Stern.
What?
Oh wait,
Oh, you
yeah, get back
forgot
to
about
that story.
that?
Get back to the story.
You guys are giving Nick
Okay.
a bunch of shit today, and I feel like you're making him a little upset.
Yeah, we're gonna attack you.
Look, Nick. Here's the thing. If I
You know
didn't,
what? I was already drunk.
Oh shit.
Okay.
if I didn't love you, Nick, I wouldn't make fun of you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Joe. I was already drunk. Okay.
it's fine. I'm joking with you.
Were
When
you
I
though?
said it's like Howard Stern, I meant it wasn't like a political radio show. It was just we'll talk about anything and everything type show.
You know, we
I
should
didn't
do-
say
That's
we
fine.
are like Howard
Well, you
Stern.
know, we should
It's
do what
okay,
Howard
Nick.
Stern does and just start saying really like political things like, "Oh man," and I put my dick in her titties, and then and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, did you hear what those designated drinkers said?" And they're gonna
like
be
we get
"No."
famous because we're horribly offensive.
right?
So?
That's right. And then
What's
all
wrong with that?
of a sudden, people are listening, going, "When the fuck is Darian gonna say something racist again?"
Yeah.
I'm horribly offensive naturally, so why
Yeah.
would I be worried about doing it and becoming famous? For
Because
it?
jobs. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, if we got big
Steve
over it, I
Jobs.
wouldn't have to worry about it. That
Steve
dude,
Jobs.
I work in construction. If you hear half of the shit that comes out of our mouths while we're at
Hey,
work, like
what up, baby? You ever let a fat man in an overcoat lick your butthole?
What?
You think that's Darian's pickup line?
dude, that's literally one of my favorite lines from a movie ever. Hey, baby, you ever had your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
What movie is that?
it's
Jay and Silent Bob
no,
Strike
this-
Back.
no, I think that
Or is
that's
that Clerks?
I think it's Clerks.
I think it's Clerks.
I'm
It's not Clerks too.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there's Clerks.
What's the difference between Clerks and Jane Silent Bob? Aren't they the
It's
same?
No, different
Jay and
movie.
Silent Bob are characters in Clerks,
Okay.
Mhm.
but it's not Clerks.
Yeah, pickle fucker. I was talking to Joe when I said that.
Are you sure you weren't
Yeah,
Thanks
talking
for
fuck
the
pickles.
clarification. I really want a kosher dill pickle now.
Yeah, I got one in my pants for you.
No, you
Oh shit, salty.
Yeah, you're right. It's not kosher. It hasn't been blessed by a
Not
Jewish
kosher.
priest yet.
don't. A Jewish priest? You mean a rabbi?
Dude, do you think that the people
Jewish
do you-
priest. Shut the fuck up after
do
that.
do you think that rabbis are just at like the kosher
At the
pickle
deli,
place?
just blessing
They're
every
like-
slice of salami.
like the big jars. The big jars of pickles, they're just at the pickle factory, like blessing each jar as it goes. Dude, that would
At
be
the Vlasic
amazing.
factory.
They're like you have to pay us to do this now because you called them kosher pickles.
Well, everything that is kosher is blessed by a rabbi.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so funny.
But kosher pickles, are they blessed by a rabbi?
Think about
They have their own rabbi.
Think about all the meat packaging plants that advertise kosher. Like, do they employ rabbis?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
they
they
work
employ
on the
from men. So
floor?
what happens is a guy named Francis, and then they go, "Hey, we hear you're a Jewish person. Yeah, hey man, you become a rabbi, and
It wouldn't be Francis. It'd be like
Go ahead,
Mordecai.
Mordecai.
Mordechai.
Mordecai.
Or Jerry Seinfeld.
No, Jerry's.
Isn't Jerry Jewish?
Jerry's Jewish, but
Okay.
he's a Buddhist.
So
Oh, yeah?
how can you be Jewish and also a Buddhist?
Well, because he's Jewish in heritage, but his religion
Yeah.
is Buddhist.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Jewish in religion is different.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Jewish
yeah,
heritage.
heritage Jewish is totally different.
Like somebody named like Bill Johnson
Like
can
Ishmael.
convert to Judaism.
Could you picture Jerry Seinfeld with those long sideburns? Like, you know how they don't even grow out the sideburns? They just grow
The
out their
curls?
hair really long and then curl it?
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys notice that the classic
Weird Al.
mustache is dead?
The what?
I want to
Like-
bring it back. Actually, it is coming back. I read in GQ magazine that
Yeah?
2018's new style. They're getting rid of the beards and they're coming out with the mustaches.
The
Dude,
pervert
Dude, you know
stash?
what? You know what I want to come back.
It's
I want
how-
that Hitler stash to come back.
That's been gone
Wow.
since
For real,
1945.
I think I'm so mad that I can barely grow like the middle part of my upper lip because I would have totally already done a Hitler stash. Just to fucking do
I
it.
wouldn't mind doing like the big bushy stash.
I thought that you were just about to
I
be
don't-
like, I wouldn't mind doing
How
a
do you
Hitler
break?
stash.
How do you break the stigma of a man with a with a mustache being a pedophile?
I'll
Two
tell-
words.
I'll tell you
Ron
how.
Swanson.
Porn.
Porn?
One word.
70s
You know,
porn?
You bring mustaches back into porn, it's gonna hit.
Everybody
it's gonna
will
take off
have
again.
a mustache.
You're gonna be like,
It's-
I like that mustache.
it's funny that you say that. I was watching some porn, and then this dude had this stash, and I was like, I can't do this. I cannot like watch this anymore.
And then
Because
late,
it was like a newer porn too. She's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, how's it going? You gonna clean the plumbing?" And he's like, "Yup, I'm
I'll
gonna
scrub
do
your
that." And he had a
pipes.
fucking like thick. What was that? What is that guy's name?
Ron Swanson.
No, not Ron
Ron
Swanson.
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy?
No. Oh, he's a famous actor. And he was Monica's.
Oh, Tom Selleck.
Tom, yeah, the Tom
Tom
Selleck
Selleck.
mustache. He had a fucking thick Tom Selleck mustache, and I was like, I cannot watch this.
Dude,
this, this
I would
documentary anymore.
rock Tom Selleck's
I
mustache.
was gonna say, I'll tell you what, man. If I could grow a mustache like Tom Selleck,
Mhm.
I would
I-
totally be in porn.
not only would I be in porn, but I would have a killer mustache, and I would.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Yeah,
I
that was
wasn't
so good.
trying to be funny. I'm
You know,
being
I've
serious.
I thought about it when I was a teenager. I was like, you know what? If
Everybody's
college
thought
does-
about it.
No, not the mustache.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about like when I was in high school. I was like, you know what? If college doesn't work out or anything like that, maybe I'll just go to Hollywood and just become a male porn star. Nobody knows who you are. It doesn't matter, and you
Yeah,
get
but
paid
you-
a lot of money.
Yeah, but you have to last longer
Most-
than 30 seconds.
Most
Yeah,
male
man.
most male porn stars don't get paid a lot of money
You
They
had to be.
don't.
You had to
Unless
do
it's
gay
gay
porn.
porn.
unless you do gay porn. That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Sorry.
Well, let's think about it
We
this
just-
way.
we
Would
just-
you rather do gay porn, but you're not receiving, you're giving, or would you rather be a broke college student?
Broke college student.
Really? Okay.
If I'm giving the whole time.
You're not. You're
You wanna be
giving
taking
in
it?
your
Like,
penis.
you're fucking them.
Yeah.
You don't-
Oh, I thought you
You're
meant like
getting-
I'm
you're
giving
telling-
the pleasure. I thought you meant I'm giving the pleasure.
Oh no.
no, I said.
No, I didn't. I was gonna say like if I'm just
Is Nick gay?
no.
So you fucking telling me that if I
He-
would have joked with you
Joe
and said
brings it up,
receiving,
and all of a sudden I'm gay.
I'm
This is
saying
like
would
Joe
you
bringing up
rather?
the fucking podcast, and it's my fault.
It's the way you reacted. It's like, dude, it just reminded me of this. So when we were on Call of Duty, right, Nick? We
Yeah.
were talking
I'm a little
about
fat girl.
we were talking bullshitting or some shit, and then somebody says, "Fuck, what did they say?"
Was I there?
Yeah, I think so. Darian was complaining, no, I don't think you were. I think it was
probably
just
wasn't.
Angelo, Tom, and Darian and I. And we were talking, and all of a sudden, gay porn got brought up. And Darian's
As it
like,
always does.
yeah, no, Darian's
Happens.
like, I'm not gay. No, something got said, and then Darian said, I'm not gay. And I said, how do you know you're not gay? Have you checked? He's like,
Oh
no.
my God, I remember this.
He's
yeah.
like, No, I was like, well, dude, I do sometimes. I just pull up some gay porn, look at it, and go, nope, not interested, and then I move past it because I know
Try
I'm
to
not
prove
gay.
it. Yeah.
And I try to prove I know I'm not gay because I
then-
look at it, and I'm like, not even. No, it doesn't bother me.
And then I told him, I'm like, yeah, dude, I look at it every day just to make sure I'm still
Right?
not gay.
And I was like, I was like, Darian, how do you know you're not gay? He's like, I'm not. I was like, have you looked at some gay porn recently? He's like, no. I'm like, well, how do you know?
So Darian's probably at home right now, just watching
You
gay
know,
porn.
you know what's funny that you bring that up?
He was getting so mad though.
I remember, dude, but you know what? That's funny because that reminds me. Remember when we were first starting the podcast? You're like, you were joking around. You were like, I have a fun idea. I want us all to do Viagra and watch gay porn and see who gets it up first. Because I know Darian will get super pissed off when he gets hard.
Yeah, no, my idea was like,
Like if
I'm
you
not
don't
gay, guys.
tell
I'm not
Darian,
fucking gay.
so my
It's the
idea was
Viagra.
before the podcast, all of us pop a Viagra and watch a gay porn, and then whoever gets a boner first loses.
no, you know it'd be even funnier if you don't give Darian a Viagra.
Give him a sugar pill.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's how you know.
Or what would be even funnier is if you popped a Viagra in his drink, and all of you guys just were like,
And nobody else took it.
and then like,
It's the only one that gets
and
the
then
boner.
and then you're like, see, Darren, look, it's not that bad. As long as you don't get a boner, it's fine. And then he's just watching. He's like, oh my god, what the fuck,
Dude,
what the fuck? No,
I don't understand.
The funniest part would be if one of us gets a boner. Oh, everyone's looking at him like going like, bro, we didn't take a pill.
And
It's
then
like,
all of a sudden you just hear me.
I know.
So
Surprise.
Surprise.
Like everybody's gay.
I like to act the oral. All right, it doesn't matter if it's a man or woman.
You know, I remember in this anthropology class, they said that men from Brazil don't think it's gay if they give or get pleasure from another man, unless they're receiving it. The only time they believe it's gay, it's when you're the one
Giving it.
Yeah, when you're the one taking it.
Taking it in the ass.
Yeah, taking or
Or the
like
mouth.
sucking a dick. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's like I was like that doesn't sound about right.
Well, that-
And I'm
did-
fucking Latino,
that-
so
Did you
like
see
I mean, dude, a hole's a hole. Come on.
I
did you
guess
see Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay?
yes. That ain't gay. You're the one sucking my
Yeah,
dick.
exactly.
What?
Cock meat sandwich.
What?
The cock meat sandwich. When
Extra
they met
mayo.
George Bush. It's like,
Yeah.
they give you that cock meat sandwich.
Joe-
That's funny shit.
Joe, was that you that we were talking about? I think it was Tom Segura when he's talking about going into that porn shop when he was 18.
Yeah.
I was talking to you about it.
Was that
Yeah,
you?
I
was
was
there,
talking to
though.
you about it.
And he
The glory hole.
yeah, the
Yeah.
glory hole in the wall, and he's like, and then I sat there and thought for a second, it's only me and the extremely large man behind the counter in this porn shop.
And then he asked him. He's like, so like, how does this work? And the guy goes, I'm the only one here, bud.
Dude, like, and then he was talking about something like, you know, and sometimes you just gotta sit there and think, a hole's a hole, and I'm like, technically you can't see who's doing it on the other side,
Yeah.
so you don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I mean, technically he knew that it was a guy. He didn't have it done, but he knew that it was a guy because it was only another guy in the building. But if there's a glory hole there and there's women around, you don't know. So I mean, it could be a dude sucking you off on the other side. But guess what? A mouth still feels the same.
All I pictured is a horror movie. The whole time you were saying
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't want to put my
I
dick through a
wouldn't- I
glory
wouldn't-
hole.
You
Fuck
put your
that.
dick through the glory hole and you pull it out and it's gone.
I have a fucking so I have a fucking story for you. All right, when I went down to Texas for my
He
one
put
job.
his dick in the glory hole.
No, this
I
is
don't have a penis anymore,
this-
guys.
No, he was on the receiving end.
this is funny as shit. And if any of the guys that I was working with in Texas from Wisconsin are listening to this right now, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. So, one of the guys who drove down from Wisconsin, they put him in a halfway point from Wisconsin to Texas while he was driving. Well, they put him up in this super shitty hotel. Okay. Well, the one night he gets into the hotel and he goes to shower, and he looks in the shower, and there's literally a glory hole in the shower wall going into the room next to it. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, where am I that there's a glory hole in the fucking shower? He's like, you know how they had it fixed? There was duct tape over it. They literally put duct tape over a hole going into the conjoining room next door.
That's messed up.
Think about that for a second.
No, that's called being innovative, buddy.
No, what I don't understand is there's some space in a wall. Like, between a shower, you got pipes, you got wood, you got drywall.
It depends.
Can I just say something?
You gotta
All
have
the things you said are things that could be used as a penis. You got
So-
pipes, you got wood.
So-
yeah, drywall. I don't know about that one.
So
but-
let's say that shower was on a partition wall.
Okay.
It could just be a wall to block from the other room.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a supporting wall, so it's not going to be a thick wall.
Okay. But still,
Property.
you gotta
brothers
have
over
kind of a
here.
long dick to get all the way through.
Why?
Well, it's not gonna be
you
that
couldn't-
much.
You couldn't get your dick through a wall?
I mean, an
you
average
need is
wall
the tip,
size
bro.
is that much.
All you need is the tip. That's all
Just
you
the
need.
tip.
You were saying that last episode. All the pleasures on the tip.
I know.
You just got to let them lick the tip a little bit.
It's like a little nipple.
Hey,
When
why
I
do
think of a
women-
glory hole, I think of like a cardboard like cutout, and you got the rest of the cock hanging out.
Oh, I see what you. I see what you. No, I got you.
You mean like
got
a
you.
bathroom stall?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, if you're at a bathroom stall, why would you put your dick through a metal hole?
Hey, because you got to roll with the punches, man.
You're just like, oh, maybe this is where I pee.
It's been a few months.
and then like afterwards, if something bad happens, you're just like, no, officer, I thought that's where I was supposed to pee. I was not trying to get a blowjob.
It was written in Sharpie, urinal officer, I swear.
Yeah, not suck me off.
That's
But
right.
anyways, tell us about your podcast explanation there, Nick. We keep getting
No,
away
that's
from
boring. We don't want to talk about
yeah,
it.
I think
Let's get
I
off
think
that.
we moved.
I
past
wanted
it.
to. I wanted to ask you guys because we were watching
it.
Westworld,
Lorioles.
and I was thinking
Started
about.
to.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
started to watch Westworld.
We had to go talk to an AT&T guy who wasn't there.
Fuck you.
He was actually the devil trying to buy your soul.
That's why I didn't show up.
He only-
Come on,
God
bro.
showed
Just
up.
I want your soul. Come on.
He only
okay,
offered
I'll
me
give you
$300 because that's my value in life.
I'll give you a $200 gift card. You
And
give
the,
me your soul.
The thing about it is, it was in gift cards to Best Buy and a Visa gift card. So technically, it's only $100.
But see, if he was trying to get his soul, he wouldn't have even said anything to him. He would have just been like, I'll give you a $200 gift card to Best Buy and an extra $100 Visa gift card. Just sign here.
Yeah, exactly.
Carlo would have been like, oh, shit, $300. I'm signing.
that's right. And you're sure about this? Like for free?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah,
why
for
not?
free, for free.
Right.
Don't read the fine.
No,
I
yeah,
get
don't
the
worry.
money.
I sell you AT&T. That's basically like going to hell once you get our
my
internet.
personal hell is just slow internet. Sitting there going, why isn't it loading?
Slow internet and spam callers.
Right.
your hell.
Meanwhile, Satan's just down in hell laughing. He's like, yeah, I got them.
I got him.
And
got
then, you,
him.
and then you
I
try
got
to.
him. I got him locked into a 2-year contract.
He's like, welcome to hell for the next 2 years, bitch. He's like, now you know how I feel down here. I got AT&T.
Horrible reception. Wi-Fi doesn't even fucking work.
Hey, how's the new home? The new
It's
apartment?
nice. It's very nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's
little
the baby?
bigger?
Hmm?
How's the baby?
Large.
Large.
It's a
Large
very
and in
big
charge.
baby.
I feel like that's your explanation every time that you describe the kid.
He's a big ass baby.
How much does he weigh right now?
He's like 20 pounds. He's 5 months old.
Is he walking? Is he
No,
rolling
no, he's
because
barely
he's
rolling.
big?
He's kind of rolling.
Have you showed them that video of like you holding him and he's doing like the Elvis pivot thing?
No, that's on Chloe's phone.
Oh, it's
Does-
on Chloe's phone.
Yeah,
Does
you
he-
should have her send it to you.
Does he look like the Michelin Man?
Michelin Man.
He looks more like
I don't
Mr.
mean
Clean.
I don't mean that in like a mean way, but you know how like sometimes when babies get big, they get like those rolls on their arm.
Oh, he's got him. Oh,
So
he's
he
got
does-
him.
so he's like
Yeah.
a Michelin
Yeah, he
Man.
looks like the
any
Michelin Man.
any
yeah.
role you can think of, he's got it.
That's right.
So
He's got fat feet. He's got fat thighs. He's got a fat head.
is he potty trained yet?
He's
What the
5
fuck?
months
He's
old.
5 months old.
So why aren't you working on it?
What
are
do you
doing?
mean? He
Sometimes
can't
you just
even-
gotta sit him on
can't
a
even
toilet.
sit
and-
up on his own.
You just put him on the
So,
toilet and say, "Go
this
for
is,
it."
This is weird. You
I
guys are
don't-
gonna
I
make
can't time
you guys are
his
gonna make fun of
shits.
me a lot, but I wiped my brother's ass for like the longest time, right?
Yeah,
And
but-
I remember looking, and like when I'm cleaning him, I'm like, man, this kid's gonna have a bigger dick than me. Have you thought about that?
What the fuck?
You could tell. Like,
No
right off the
lie,
bat.
no lie. My brother has done that with his middle son. He's like, Joe, he's got a big fucking dick. I don't know where the fuck he got that. I'm like, what the fuck? What's
So-
wrong with you?
My son is well endowed, according to all the nurses and midwives.
Well,
at the
there you
hospital.
go.
There you go.
So basically, you were like, man, his dick is bigger than mine now. Just imagine what it's
That's
gonna
right.
be once he hits puberty.
You can definitely tell he's not a grower.
He's a shower for sure.
Oh, dude, why are we talking about your brother's penis? Come on, man.
I'm just saying. You guys were talking about babies and rolls and
Ju-
shit. and-
So you-
Just
I know.
clarify how much younger your brother is, though.
Oh, well, my brother is now 12, but this was when he was like
9.
3 years
Man,
old.
His dick was bigger than yours back then.
Yep,
That's
that's
too
right.
bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
God, it's
Thing
gotta be
was-
hanging down to his knees. by now.
That thing was fucking like plop. Like it was wrapped around his leg, and I was like,
God
how
dang it.
is that even
Goddamn
possible?
You guys
hose.
gotta stop talking about
Fucking-
this because now I can think about it as like Carlo when he sees his brother. He's like, oh, you're gonna hit me in the eye with that. It's like, stop. What are you
That
doing?
definitely not.
Fucking
No?
No, he's not Michael. God,
He hit you in the eye with that?
no, he hit you in the eye with it.
No, I don't know. Eh.
Oh,
So, anyways, before you guys kept
Who's
cutting me
Michael?
off,
moving on.
Who's
'Cause I'm
Michael?
But-
the guy that gave Joe his eye for a while.
my eye. He gave me an eye. Yeah, he gave me a plastic eye. I didn't have an eye. Anyways,
That doesn't make any sense.
Came in his eye.
So
he didn't come in my eye.
Real
he came in
quick-
Carlo's eye because
Mike from acting.
Joe,
Johnson.
can't you
No,
see
no,
like
other
Carlo since?
Didn't
Wh-
wanna
oh
say
my
his
god,
last name.
Joe,
I'm
you're
sorry,
gonna have to
I
cut.
didn't-
You're gonna have to cut out Mike's last name again.
Yeah.
Can we get like on a roll here? Like this just
My bad.
jumbled now.
I
What's
didn't
going
know.
on?
I didn't.
I was trying to talk to you, but can you just see Carlo like when his brother turns 18? He's like, all right, dude, I saw your dick when you were 4. It was huge. I just need to know how much bigger it is than mine.
I just gotta measure it out. I just
I
gotta
would
measure.
never do that.
You sure you won't?
The fuck outta here.
Yeah, sure.
He's
You'll,
like,
you'll ask your mom. You'll be like, dude, how big is it? Like, I just need to know. Is it this big?
Why
How
would
would my
his
mom see
know?
That's your mom.
He's 18 years
He
old.
gets naked
Wait.
in front of her, probably. I don't know, nigga.
What,
Dude, I
do
quit
you
getting-
get? Hold up.
wait, does your mom know how big your dick is? He paused.
Yeah, bro. She's naked every night. I'm like, what up?
He
Please
Duh, duh,
stop.
duh.
This is
He
so fucking
paused.
weird now.
Hey, you asking?
Have you ever
We
had?
literally just paused because
I'm gonna cut a lot of this out because it's just horrible.
Have you?
no,
no, no, no.
content.
Have-
no, Joe. It's
I'm
because
gonna cut it out.
Of course you are.
Yeah,
You don't want
it's
to fit
horrible.
your narrative. It's because you don't want to fit your narrative, Stalin.
Joe, just to clarify,
I don't know what you're talking about.
just to
What?
clarify, my mom hasn't seen me naked since I was about 7.
Right. Just to
Really?
clarify, Joe. Even when you're a teen, your mom is not supposed to be wiping
I've
your butt.
seen.
And
I've
touching
still. I've still seen my mom naked. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
So-
Jesus.
So have you ever had like an awkward conversation with your parents? Where
Yes.
like, okay, so I won't
I've
forget.
had a conversation like maybe a month ago that my mom was naked and she was talking to me. So yes.
What?
No
My mom
way.
does not give a shit.
That's
That's
a
why
very-
I don't give a care. Apparently,
That's
yeah.
a very close family.
Like she'll just like she'll just try to attempt to hide her breasts, and I'm like, why are you even trying? It's just there. I mean, like,
Do you
why?
at least like? Do you turn around?
I don't even care anymore, bro. I'm sad. It's just I've seen it enough. What does it matter?
What the fuck?
I've seen my I don't
So
even
like,
care.
wait, do you go and then you like walk into your room, or I'm
no,
trying to
I'll
save
be
you
in
here.
my room, and then the bathroom is right next to the room. I hear the water running, and she's like, "Hey, I gotta ask you a question." And it's like a long conversation. I'm like, "Why is this happening right now?" You could have asked me this question before you got naked, and you decided right now would be a good time to hide your titties and go, "Hey, what do you want for dinner tonight?" What the fuck is this shit? I mean, it's just what can I say, man?
And we're back to
Well, that-
Catholic Channel Confessional.
Well, that completely topped my story that I was about to tell.
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do?
Oh shit. So I won't.
So what would you say, like a 5, 4?
Oh, easily an 8, bro.
Dude, my stomach hurts so bad right now.
You might as well end it there. I mean,
Holy shit.
jeez.
Here's the fucking ad!
Hey y'all, this is Matt Chase. Don't forget to check out my band Redneck Cadillac on YouTube. And we got our own Facebook page as well, plus Reverb Nation. And if you like, you can also check me out as well on my Matt Chase Facebook page. Send me a request. I'll definitely hit you up and get you in, and you can take a look at what I'm up to.
Oh my god. You're gonna have to cut this down so much. It was like 10 minutes of laughing. Oh man, my stomach hurts so fucking bad right now.
So what? 5'8".
I said it already.
I'm
I'll
just
stick it
kidding.
to it.
Fuck. Moving on.
No,
Oh, shit.
I won't forget one time when I was in I won't forget one time when I was in high school. I was dating this girl, and so like I come down in the living room, and I think my dad was at work, and my mom looks at me and she's like, so are you guys having sex? I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I just met her like 2 weeks ago. No, we're
You're
not.
totally fucking her.
So,
Mm-hmm.
oh god, and
Yep.
she's like,
He's thinking about it right now.
she's like, well, why not? Are you having problems down there? I'm like, what? I'm like, Mom, why are we having this conversation right now? Like, if anything, you should be trying to prevent me from having sex, not being like, well, why aren't you banging her? Are you having issues down there? Or what, I'm like, what the fuck? So then she's like, well, is it large enough? I'm like, Mom, I'm not talking to you about my dick. Like, why are you bringing this up? And immediately, like, she was about to ask another question. I'm like, I'm going upstairs. I'm like, I'm done with this.
You couldn't handle my mom then. You could not handle my mom.
The
bro.
fact that
Joe's
you-
mom like, let me see, pull it out.
I've literally woke it up and she's like, damn, that's what you got. And I'm like, this is not
What?
what I want to hear
Whoa.
right now.
Oh my
Yeah.
Joe,
Joe.
on this
I'm not fucking
doll,
lying to you.
on this doll right now, show me where she touched you.
Oh my god.
No, like I don't know. I don't think I could do that. I think I would just be like, get out of here right now.
Yeah, like I'd be like, that's not what a normal person says.
No.
Please stop.
Damn, son, you're packing a huge cock.
You're gonna make a girl really happy.
You gonna go play with the cock and balls?
That's way bigger than your dad's. Like, oh, come on now.
What?
Oh no.
That's not something that has been said to me. I don't know my dad.
No, I feel like now it has because
No,
you just
yeah.
No.
Anyways, move. Okay, I'm definitely moving.
That
this
must have come
conversation
from your
forward.
grandfather.
What do you want for dinner?
Sausages.
Speaking of huge cocks, let's talk about Congress and Mark Zuckerberg being there.
Oh,
I didn't know.
God.
you
So
were
what-
there.
I don't know
Mark
anything about
Zuckerberg
that.
went to speak in front of Congress.
Is it about
And
the
bro, is
internet?
this shit
It's
funny? No,
funny as
it's,
shit.
hold up. These motherfuckers are dumb as fuck. And maybe Joe, I'll send you the video so you can maybe include the clip of it.
Yeah, man.
It's so bad.
Are you
like,
playing it right now?
I'm gonna play it. Actually, no. It's fucking all audio.
Yeah.
Actually, no. That would be fine.
That makes the
then.
most sense.
How long is it?
It's like 2 minutes.
Give me a second.
Dude, it's so bad though. Like they're just asking stupid fucking questions like the whole time.
They always do. Do you remember when they interviewed? Oh God, what was his name?
Bill Clinton?
They did a thing where
No,
they're
not
like
Bill Clinton.
they were asking. They're like, if I send somebody a message on WhatsApp, they're like, and let's say that it's just about the movie Black Panther. He's like, am I gonna get an ad for Black Panther? And then Mark Zuckerberg was like, well, sir, we can't see anything on the WhatsApp because it's all encrypted. And he's like, no, you're not answering my question. And he's like, well, then I'm confused by your question. And he's like, if I send a message,
Oh,
about,
is this about the whole Facebook listening
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
conversations?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
so, and then he's like, if I send a message on WhatsApp about Black Panther, am I gonna get an ad for Black Panther?
Oh, I
And-
have it right here. I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Because I still agree with.
Mark Zuckerberg explains the
Just
internet.
Listen to how stupid they are.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back.
I love the 20s music.
Senator, we run ads.
If I'm emailing within WhatsApp, does that ever inform your advertisers?
No, we don't see any of the content in WhatsApp. It's fully encrypted.
Right, but is there some algorithm that spits out some information to your ad platform, and then let's say I'm emailing about Black Panther within WhatsApp. Do I get a Black Panther banner ad?
Senator, we don't. Facebook systems do not see the content of messages being transferred over WhatsApp.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking about whether these systems talk to each other without a human being touching it.
Senator, I think the answer to your specific question is if you message someone about Black Panther on WhatsApp, it would not inform any ads.
Okay.
There have been reports that Facebook can track a user's internet browsing activity even after that user has logged off of the Facebook platform. Can you confirm whether or not this is true?
Senator, I want to make sure I get this accurate, so it would probably be better to have my team follow up.
You don't know?
I know that people use cookies on the internet, and that you can probably correlate activity between sessions. We do that for a number of reasons, including security and including measuring ads to make sure that the ad experiences are the most effective, which, of course, people can opt out of.
Well, Facebook offered to all of its users a blanket opt-in to share their privacy data with any third-party users.
Congresswoman, yes, that's how our platform works. You have to opt in to sign into any app before you use it.
Could somebody call you up and say, I want to see John Kennedy's files?
Absolutely not.
Could you, if not, could you, not would you do it, could you do it?
In theory.
Do you have the right to put my data, a name on my data, and share it with somebody?
I do not believe we have the right to do that.
Do you have the ability?
Senator, the data is in the system, so...
Do you have the ability?
Technically, I think someone could do that, but that would be a massive breach, so we would never do that.
Dude, like, so, like 90% of the questions that they're just asking him, like,
They're
it just
fucking-
makes them look like
They're
retards.
fucking
Okay.
idiots.
I agree with the fact that Facebook is like way out of line when it comes to like.
Is it?
Because because I think it's creepy when I'm talking to somebody in the room about a topic, and then all of a sudden you go on Facebook and those are the only ads you
I
get.
think a part of that has been debunked. So yes,
How?
yes,
Like
you're
a coincidence, or
But to be
No.
fair, you did sign a user agreement.
yes.
well, it
So
doesn't matter. Like if I'm not
So what-
on my phone,
what Facebook does is they do a couple of things. They first, if you go through any links on Facebook, they track that.
well, yeah, if you're searching,
What they did with Android, unfortunately, which is bad for them, is the fact that they were also tracking your text messages because they could. They had the ability to. I don't think they're doing that anymore, but they were tracking your messages as well. So if you're talking to somebody through text, they can. I don't know about the microphone thing. I think that's partially been debunked. The issue is you, as a person, signed up for Facebook. I didn't fucking read the user agreement. Did you?
Nope.
Nobody does, right? Nobody does. So
But-
when you sign up for a Facebook account, you're saying, "Hey, Facebook, everything that I do on here, and then maybe some extra shit that I haven't read, I agree to it." That is an opt-in right there.
And here's the other thing. If you think that Facebook is listening to you through your phone, just imagine what the fucking government's doing with the smartphone.
Yeah.
oh, I know.
Oh God,
I
it's
know.
fucking scary.
That's what makes it scary is that just
Right.
a private organization can hear all this shit. What's everybody else?
I mean, I think technically, if I was smart enough, I could hack into your phone and listen to you.
well, and
sure you
no,
could.
it's hard
I'm sure anybody
nowadays.
can.
It's hard
That's
nowadays.
that's why I said
Most-
if I was smart enough.
Most
to
of
do
the
it.
time,
Yeah, the fuck.
breaches and hacks happen. It's easier
Porn
for
sites.
me. No, it's easier for me to have you let me in than it is to hack your phone.
Yeah, and then what's
So-
the point of hacking my phone anyway?
Right.
Like, I'm a nobody.
Right. I mean, some people like the thing about it is like, for example, for like big companies, what they do is you have to maintain a human firewall. That means you have to keep your users up to date on lingo and understanding of what spam emails are. So then that way, because it's easier for a hacker to go, I'm just gonna get some fucking bozo to let me into the company, than it is for the user to start fucking attacking and like trying to break into like some really, really complex systems when they can just go, hey, Nick, your delivery for your packages has arrived. Sign in to click this Word document and give us this little thing.
Like the Word document.
That's the funny thing about it is Word documents now like it's funny that you say that, but a period is a line of at least 4 bytes or bits. So
just a period.
A period. That's right. The period that you see is a line of at least four pieces of code, right? So a virus itself only needs 4 pieces of code to get into your system, because what a virus does is it comes in on little parts, and that's what antiviruses do. Is they scan your computer for 3 letters.
Wow.
3 pieces of a virus. That's mainly how they check. So that little period has those 3 letters. All of a sudden, you click in it and you give the Word document access.
3 letters.
Oh, fuck. Oh my fucking God. It was 4. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. You should have fucking said something.
I just did.
Dude, that was amazing.
Guys, I've been holding my hand out. I've been saying 3 and I meant 4.
Yeah, he was holding up 4 fingers.
4 bytes. Got it. Yeah, but anyways, the one that's 3 letters for the virus, but those 3 letters contain 4 bytes. Either way, I'm not going to bore you with it.
It's still nuts.
So once you give me access, all I need to do is just start making backdoors and a bunch of things that give me more access and more access and more access until I take over your company.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
That's what I do.
I'm scared. I'm scared of the future because
Yeah,
we are losing.
no kidding.
We are losing the war against hackers.
Well, do you know why? Because we keep putting so much infrastructure into software.
Technology and software, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have to.
No,
To progress, we do.
I know, but not really. We can use it as a tool, but the fact that we back up everything that we have, all of our financial security, all of our informational security, into something that is easily accessible
by
easy.
somebody who understands the system.
You do HR. I can say that, right? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that doesn't say anything about what company you work for and stuff. But you do HR.
Right.
So,
Joe, what are you doing?
Why?
What are you doing?
It's gonna pick it up.
It was. I stopped because I heard it.
Did you fart?
No, he was rubbing his face on.
Let's just keep talking. Let's not worry about me. Come on. I don't want to cut this out. Come on.
Anyways, so you do HR.
Oh, we should talk to him about that school thing too.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyways, so you do HR, so you understand that money gets put into people, right? People equal money. So isn't it easier for me?
Human capital.
Right. Isn't it easier for me to just have a system that does everything that a person does and save myself $100,000 a year? Usually it is, right? So if I can get a machine to do your work for 100 times less than I have to pay you, even at a risk, most people are going to take it.
What's the risk?
The risk?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, getting hacked.
Get hacked.
Of automating a system instead of having a person do it?
Right. It's easier to automate, and it's easier for me to let a machine do it and just have 3 guys look over the work than it is to hire 10 people to do the same amount of work and then have everybody else supervise.
It depends on the content of the job, though.
Well, I mean, if
you have somebody in payroll, the last thing you want to do is automate it.
I mean, but you can hack anything. Any job that's done with a computer is really scary. Like think about they have robots doing all the things in a factory. Imagine if you have someone hacking that, they could fuck up that factory. What about now? You got to think about it this way. Now we have like automated cars. What about if like there's
Well, that's what I think they're trying to get away from now, because when
automated
Uber,
cars,
when Uber had it, like
they're not
one of the
gonna
automated cars like drove off a cliff.
Okay, so the first instance of an automated car hitting a person just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually hitting a person. It was because that person was wearing full black clothing and there was no street lights around.
So a person driving it would have hit him too.
Yes. So it's actually more likely that a person driving it would have hit him.
Well, yeah,
and
but
the
you
car
also,
had one of those people, one of those like safe driving people. So what a couple states want a person to be in the car at the same time as the automated car is driving, just in case, because humans, have to be in it. And
but
blah, blah,
you
blah, blah.
you also have to consider the fact.
Are they
of,
paying that person?
Yes.
So what's the point?
You also have to
don't-
consider the fact for technology errors. So there's been plenty of issues with like Teslas and stuff.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been a couple of car accidents because there was a fault in the system.
Compared to how many accidents we'd have a month.
Yeah, but you got to figure there's not that many of those out there.
There's not that many of those out there. But the thing about it is,
With the self-driving, there's
Yeah,
Teslas out there.
right?
But,
Well, no, I'm talking about self-driving cars.
but
How long does it take a self-driving car to come into an accident? Now, let's say that within a year.
I don't think the research data is there yet. They've only been around.
That's
for so
not what
long.
I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, so for instance, a human isn't gonna accidentally jam the pedal down. Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's a factory error where your car is driving itself, hold on, let me finish.
Okay, sure.
If your car is driving itself and it has to pick up some speed, okay, just hear me out. I know that cars don't do this shit yet, but and it has to pick up some speed. So let's say that gas pedal gets jammed down as it's about to go, and that throttle's wide open, and you can't get it to come back. I mean,
so hold up.
That's technology error, whether the person's driving
that's-
or if the car is by itself.
Right. So that itself is an issue with the car. That's not an issue with the technology.
Exactly.
You're
but
saying
that's what we're talking about is cars. That's what I'm saying.
so.
Like,
If a person's in a car and the pedal jams, what's going to happen?
what happens if there's a technology error and the steering wheel cuts?
What does a person do?
Jump out of the fucking car.
Okay.
Not get in a car that drives itself.
What? No, no, I'm talking about a person that's driving the car, and all of a sudden, my pedal, my speeding, like my what's it called? The
You slam on the brake.
The throttle.
the throttle, the thing that pushes you forward gets stuck, which has happened already a couple of times in different companies. What does a person do?
Slam on the brake.
Slam on the brake. Oh well, maybe that doesn't work, right?
Pop it into neutral or something.
Right. A car would make that decision because an automated car would make
Would
that
it, though?
decision in milliseconds.
And it would know the right one to make.
And it would know the right one to make to cause the least amount of damage.
But if that car is programmed that at acceleration time, that's all it's supposed to be doing,
No.
and it still sticks.
I'm just saying, dude, once you start going into specific programs for certain things and it can't think for itself,
It does. That's the whole point of automation.
Well, I think
Are,
you got to
are
think
they
about it.
putting that into the code where
They
it's
would.
like,
They would.
Look,
if
I'm-
it was to stick
They
here,
have to. It's part of it.
I'm not saying that technology is a bad thing. What I'm saying is when you're working through this stuff, there's going to be all kinds of bad shit that happens.
Compared to the amount of bad shit that is already happening.
I'm not.
Yeah, but that's purely
I
human
think-
error.
I think
for
that-
the
This
most
is
part.
why I don't talk about this with you.
Well, no, but I
because
think
you're not
that-
listening to what I'm
What-
saying.
I think what he's saying is that if a
I
car,
don't understand what
if
you're
an
saying.
automated
So
car
over-
was to get
hold
into
on,
an-
Nick.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Well, let him. I mean, he was talking first. Go ahead, Nick.
if an automated car was to get into an accident, it's at no fault of the human, and it's purely a victim circumstance.
You're looking
If
for somebody
if-
to blame. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think the yes, in a sense, you're looking for somebody to blame.
It's who
So
do you?
if a person gets into a car accident, you can blame the person. You can blame it on the insurance. If an automated car gets into an accident, you got to take it to the whole manufacturing company and say,
Well,
what's wrong with
wouldn't
your
it be
program?
wouldn't it be wrong, wouldn't it be something wrong with the car? Because you got to think about it this way: like any logical problem, the coders are gonna program
That's
that
right.
into the car.
It's critical thinking that you have hundreds of people sitting around going, what would happen if if the pedal sticks? What would happen if B, there's a bunch of cars in front of it? Like they're adding that to, like, they're telling it what to do, and the processor on that car is fast enough to go within like a tenth of a second. it's answer A. Move
Right.
to the side, and then hit the thing to minimize damage and not hit all these people. A person, and you can go right after me. I'm sorry.
No,
a
you're fine.
person would go, "Oh fuck! I'm about to hit a bunch of people." Bang. Takes you.
That's not true.
It takes 3 seconds for a person to make a decision.
If you were heading towards it, yeah, you know why? Because everybody's looking at these fucking things. That's why.
Tom's riled up.
Yeah, no, I am, because it's fucking bullshit.
What is?
The fact that you're saying that a person isn't going to react when they see a crowd in front of a fucking car.
And I'm talking about if you're fucking like if your pedal sticks and all of a sudden you see a bunch of cars in front of you coming.
You slam on the brake.
It takes you 3 seconds to make a decision as a person. That's the average. You might be faster, and I'm not saying you're not. You might be faster, but let's say I'm not. I am slower than maybe it takes me 4 seconds to make a decision as to what to do before I get in a car accident.
What I'm saying is if people would stop looking at their fucking phones, they wouldn't have such a slow reaction time. And I understand 3 seconds isn't like super slow, but when you're driving 60 miles an hour, 3 seconds is slow as fuck.
I think the human reaction time's 2/3 of a second.
I might be.
So-
you might be right. It might.
think
But the
it's
thing is,
2/3.
how about a machine makes a decision to do it much faster?
I think no, but here's the thing though. You also got to take into account a human being has emotions.
We have flaws.
I guess you could say
We
that.
have to
But, so like you got to
perfect
think
it.
about this, Tom. Like you would automatically know that, but like if that's someone else who doesn't have the same experience with cars that you do, they're gonna freak out, and so they might go, "Oh shit, I gotta hit the brake." What about that doesn't work? Oh fuck, it's gonna take longer, and they're gonna be more freaked out. You know
Or
what I
if
mean?
a person freezes.
What I'm saying is over the years,
Yeah.
what I was trying to say initially before you got me all riled up is over the years, from the time that the car was first made, they've had to work out issues. And this whole time I haven't been trying to say that technology is a bad thing.
No.
What I'm saying is as they're working it out, there's going to be a lot of fucking issues, and it's going to freak people out. But once they get it figured out, it could be a great thing. But we didn't get to the point where I was able to say that. So if you look back to when Henry Ford invented the first fucking car, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dude. You're telling me that shit wasn't falling apart every 3 days. It had a fucking stick in the front that you steered
Spin?
the fucking thing with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no,
So-
you cranked the
Yeah.
motor with a handle.
Yeah, like if you're telling me that thing didn't fucking break down, it used to go 10 miles an hour. Of course it fucking broke down. Then you slowly progressed forward with it, and now we have so much technology in the cars that the fucking things cost $60,000 pretty much for a base model. Even though that you could get like a shitty car for like, 20 grand with a base model, but it has so much technology in it now that one, I don't care what anybody says, cars are 100% safer than they were fucking 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people argue, oh, well, back in the 70s, cars were large and you didn't have to worry about airbags. Because no, there's already been a test where they took a 2012 Malibu and ran it into a 1957 Bel Air, which one, fuck the people that did that test for wrecking that Bel Air. You could go to fucking hell because that's a beautiful car. But anyways, they did that, and the Bel Air completely collapsed to the point where the steering column came up and hit the dummy in the face, and technically in that car crash that person would be dead. In the 2012 Malibu, which is a much smaller, lighter car, that steering column is designed so when it gets hit, it'll collapse, and the airbags come out, and it's not coming back and hitting you like it was back then. So the whole car doesn't tin can up on you. That's the whole point of the new designs. But that's what I'm saying. Like, over the years, you just figure shit out and you work it out. So this way it's safer.
You work out the kinks.
Yeah, which is what they're going to end up doing with these cars. And a lot of people look at it like, oh, well, I don't want a car driving itself. you
Yeah,
know?
and they are. And automation is getting to an extreme end because
I'll still be driving my own car.
within tests, months upon months of driving these cars driving themselves. Not one of them got into an accident or killed anybody.
Can we just stop
Until like maybe one of them. What?
for just like a second and realize that in the past, man has always looked to the future for perfection.
There's no such thing as perfection.
And instead of the man's dream since 1905 of inventing the flying car, we just invented the robotic taxi cab. It goes from innovation and genius to just like complete fucking laziness.
And how about we talk?
Now we're gonna have a whole generation of people that don't know how to fucking drive. They just buy a car.
Why is that so
itself.
bad?
It's terrible. It makes people stupid. Give somebody some
Yeah,
sort of a skill.
Look at Oregon, the people who couldn't fill their gas tanks.
Oh my god, that was fucking funny. But no, you have to think about it this way: how many car accidents do we have nowadays?
I'd rather fly. Why didn't we focus all of the smarts and energy and time into making flying cars?
Yeah, maybe in another timeline.
Well, I think you also got to think about it this way. Like, I mean,
We're
I
never
think
gonna see that
I
in
think
our
you guys are
lifetime.
I
right,
don't think
man.
so.
Like, you gotta. It's fine. It's a thin. It's
Or a
a
motherfucking jetpack.
Back to the
Oh,
Future had the
shit.
flying cars 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, there was also a movie.
And it's also
Yes,
a different
but that's where they
timeline.
saw the technology progressing to.
Right.
That was the theory at the time. That was like man's
You're gonna have to
idea.
get closer to the mic.
That was man's idea.
Yeah, dude, we were listening to you, but not on the podcast.
Oh, well.
It's okay. It's
well.
a learning curve, bro.
Yeah,
it's a learning
it
curve.
takes a second to
It
get
took
used to
it took us I think we're doing okay because
This is
we
our
had
fifth
fucking
podcast.
five. We recorded 5 or 6 episodes the other
You
day.
guys haven't had this for 10 weeks.
No, we just recorded a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sat down and recorded like 4 episodes in a row.
Oh.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's mainly because we wanted to get all the kinks out, like they
And-
do with smart cars, Tom.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And backlogs, so this way we have some stuff
Yeah,
if we
that's
can't
right.
record.
But does nobody agree that we should have gone on the route of flying cars instead
No,
of
fuck yeah,
automated
dude, I would love
cars?
that.
I think you know what
Hey.
it might be though.
Speaking of flying cars, here's an ad.
Looking to expand your playlist? Well, Fat Lowell's Radio has got you covered. Lose Your Religion with Reverend Jess and Deacon Sam over on the Church Absurd. Hear nerd culture get dissected on the Fickle Fanboy with RPM. Get drunk at the round table with the designated drinkers. Hear solid and interesting interviews on Unseriously Serious. Do you want to get involved? Send your rant over to the League of Infuriated Nerds. Also, check out the Fat Lowell's Radio Associated shows. Get your not safe for work talk radio fix on the Rob and Slim Show. Get some life advice from Jerry and Cal on From the Bottom. All of these shows and more await you at Fat Lowell's Radio. You can find us on SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, and various podcast apps, as well as our website, fatlowellsradio.us. HTTP, not HTTPS. We hope you enjoy the smorgasbord of shows we have prepared for you. Fat Lowell's Radio, stuff full of entertainment.
We're right at the end, but
I mean, we probably need to record more. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be cut out. There's too much. There's like a lot of fluff.
there was a lot
you
of
think?
fluff.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's right. Let's do another 20.
All right.
All right. I mean, are you guys? I don't know. We'll keep talking.
I mean, I'm fine. We have a good
I'm
conversation
fine.
going.
yeah.
Well, what would you guys rather have? Would you rather have flying cars or automated cars?
Automated cars.
Really?
Yes.
I'd rather have a 1971 Dodge Challenger.
That's not one of the options.
That's my option.
Well, I think this is the thing though. You got to think about is like when you're talking about someone who's creating something, they're gonna think about what's the most logical, what's the most like efficient.
No,
right,
I think
because
Nick is right.
Because
People-
at that comment,
Yeah.
they're saying, you know what? Fuck it. Mankind is stupid. Let's just do the
People
automated thing.
innovate to make people lazy, and he's totally
Mhm.
right. He goes,
Yeah.
What can I make that makes my life easier? Driving cars. I can get an application that delivers food to me, like all that other shit.
The one thing about the
gonna-
self-driving car, though, that I
What-
will say that I'd be cool with is like I would get an extra hour of sleep going to work in
Well,
the
no,
morning.
wait. I thought you were. I thought you were
We should
talking
travel
about.
in tubes
I thought you
then.
were asking like why we went the route of like
No, I said, what would
self-driving-
you rather have?
right, but you're saying like would you rather have a self-driving car or one that like doesn't have any wheels and
I think the reason why we don't have flying cars
Yeah, there's
nowadays
some flying
is because of the fact that we did
We have
not.
problems enough on the road.
Well, no, I think we did not move away from fossil fuels. I
Mm.
think that would have done it if we had moved it. If back in, I think Carter was the one that wanted to fucking do something else with the fuels, right?
Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. I think if we'd gone through the route of, like, if Jimmy Carter had convinced everyone that we're gonna switch and we're gonna actually actively research everything else besides fossil fuels, we might have had flying cars because then it would have been liable. Like there could have been money there then.
I don't really ever see that happening, to be honest.
Not us moving away from fossil fuels.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to, or we're gonna die.
You realize how stupid the fucking human race is, right?
Oh no, yeah, dude, it's bad.
It doesn't matter.
People in China still use coal, and coal is
People in
super
America
fucking
still
bad.
use coal.
Yeah.
Hey man, our president says it's clean coal, so I believe him.
It's clean.
It's
clean as
all
fuck.
white.
I mean, it's the only
White coal.
Yeah.
It's the only way to
Name of the episode.
It's all white.
No, white coal.
White coal.
I feel like it's all white would be a funny one.
No.
It's all white by me.
So, no, but I mean, I use coal sometimes when I cook.
Yeah, but that's different.
How?
That's charcoal.
Yeah, you
Doesn't matter.
No, these people
The coal
these
is,
people rely on coal for heat, energy, everything. Like for food, like all of that. So that's why people in China have to fucking wear masks when they're walking out.
How would you change that in certain areas where they can't get power?
Who doesn't get power?
That's what I'm talking about. If
Dude,
we had,
I'm sure that there's people down south who live somewhere in the fucking hills that they're
Right.
not able to get power.
Totally.
How are they gonna
here now
heat their house and shit?
now.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about if we had moved away from fossil fuels and we had searched for another form of energy, you don't think, like, if we had figured out a way to make water into a form of energy, like legit, not just movement and.
Oh,
like,
okay. I was gonna say you realize that they have done
like,
that.
right? No, I'm talking about, like, let's say if we figured out how to get the molecules of water so that it can actually combust,
Fuel
and
a car,
fuel
yeah.
a car. You don't think that they would use that technology for other stuff?
No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because fossil fuel is too much of a big money business.
Now, that's
Oh
why.
yeah,
it
they
failed.
own too much.
Yeah, that's why it failed.
That's also why, like, money is the reason why we don't go to the moon anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean anymore?
We were never at the moon,
oh
Joe.
shit! Like,
Oh,
have I ever told you guys
How
the
would
story?
the flag wave when there's no air on the moon?
The Earth is flat.
Oh,
Everything's a lie.
shit. Steve.
Oh shit!
Hillary Clinton was actually elected president.
Did you guys hear?
Whoa.
Did you guys hear about that guy that wanted to got into a rocket and then wanted to fly over to prove it to everyone that the Earth was flat?
Did he blow himself up?
No. So
Oh,
for the
damn it.
longest time, he was like the government wasn't allowing him. Like he didn't have the right permits and all this other shit, and like he had faulty like mechanisms because he built his own rocket. Right.
So he blew himself up.
So he just did it. He just fucking finally like launched himself, and he flew like 100, like maybe like 200 feet in the air.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So like he launched himself, and like the camera like pans to him, and then you see him like release his parachutes, and he's like flown like 200 feet.
So
not
he
even, like,
expected to go into the outer stratosphere.
yes, he did.
So
and prove everybody
basically,
wrong.
basically what he just did is, hey guys, watch me shoot this rocket that I just built.
I think
with me inside it,
dude. You know what? That just gave me a great idea to make a lot of money. Is like if you're smart enough and you have the technology to like send people to like just the outer, like like what he was trying to do.
They want to do that, Joe.
Huh?
They want to do that.
I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be really good just because you could be like, all right, this is what we're gonna do to flat earthers.
Just throw him into space. And
No,
say,
you
"Fuck
say you say
No.
Yeah.
no. You go listen. We're gonna throw you up to space. If it's flat, we'll pay you money. If it's not, you're our slaves.
Or
you know what's
if
funny?
if it's not flat, you get no parachute.
if it's flat, you can come back.
You can come
if it's
back.
not
So,
flat,
you know what's funny?
we're
These
just
guys,
gonna release you
these
out
guys,
of the capsule.
you could fucking take these guys up to fucking outer space, and they'd be like,
no,
"This is all
flat.
video. This
Yeah.
is all video. This is a
all fake.
fucking lie."
And then when they do
Facebook
that,
Live.
that's right.
that's when
It's
you leave them up in space.
Fish-eyed lens, bro. Fish-eyed lens right now. I'm seeing it through a fish-eyed lens.
Let's get off of flat Earth.
That's when you
Fucking stupid fucks.
that's when you
off of it.
take your
It's just-
space helmet and you put it on slowly, and then you just open the back door and let them get sucked out of the ship.
Oh no!
That and
Oh,
fucking
what
that and-
happened?
that and fucking anti-vaxxers. Just fucking
You know what?
well,
throw
that's
'em
your pet
all
peeve.
in
Let's
the
not talk about all this
fucking
stuff.
fire.
The flat earthers, like, people actually believe this shit. You know, mankind went away from the
Right.
flat earth theory 800 years ago.
Right. Everyone had
We
agreed.
figured it out then.
Yeah.
Before, like, we even figured out that horses are better ridden with saddles, we figured out that the earth was round.
I think
It's
the
all
problem
progression,
is,
bro.
Well, I think the thing is that people just they always want to be right. So they're like, I don't want you to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm gonna figure it out on my own.
Yeah, but when you're just fucking stupid, like
Some of these fucking
As if-
experts
doesn't
are high
matter,
school
Tom.
dropouts.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the thing is like it doesn't matter. You can listen. I bet you there's really smart people that think that the Earth is flat. The problem is,
It makes
I mean,
no
they
sense.
probably have
Isn't it
some
Kyrie
level.
Irving? Isn't he one of the
Yeah.
fucking idiots?
But what I'm saying is, if you could come to me and show me some kind of, I don't know, hey, this is why I think that the Earth is flat. Okay, well, what about all the scientific proof? Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm fucking stupid.
They're not gonna say that though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's scientific facts that say that the Earth is not
Well-
flat, and you sit there and you're like, no, that's a lie.
I
Like,
You know, I think it's also it has to do with a lot of these people just don't want to be controlled, and they think that believing that the Earth is round is someone controlling you.
You
And
know
that's- I mean, that's ridiculous.
you
but-
know what
The government,
doesn't,
bro.
you know what doesn't control them is if they suck my dick.
What?
That goes out to all the flat earthers. If
Oh,
you would
yeah.
like to suck my penis,
All right.
Especially the hot ones. Giggity giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
I still think you're a dumbass, but whatever. Dumbass sucking my cock.
I was gonna say. I mean, you don't got to be smart to suck a dick.
No, you
I mean,
don't.
You just
Right.
gotta have a warm hole. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's right.
Gotta have
It's a wormhole.
Wormhole.
So now I wanted to talk about after all this stuff. I wanted to ask you guys about because we're watching Westworld. And I guess we're on the topic of future and shit.
We watched 30 seconds or less.
We watched
Well, no,
because
you
of
guys
Carlo.
watched like 30 minutes of it.
Because
You
Carlo
just said-
wanted to go
Hey,
get
why
AT&T.
be informed when you can use your feelings as facts?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like $300.
yeah.
Fuck
Feelings, not facts.
you. I quit the podcast. I'm out of here.
Dude, did we just take over Carlo's house?
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
That's pretty
He's
legit.
moving out. He's moving out because of that comment.
He's like, "Fuck you! I quit the podcast." And then we're just like, "Well, I guess we got a house now."
cool.
That's
Hey
pretty
man,
sweet.
you gotta play the game.
So what do you want
Thrones.
to? What do you want to talk about, Joe? About Westworld?
Well, I just kind of feel like I've been trying to do it for so long now. I don't know if it's gonna have the same effect.
I'm sorry, I got pretty riled up this episode, and
It's
I didn't
okay.
mean to.
It's okay, man. I understand that like Carlo doesn't listen to you, and he's just like he just talks, and he doesn't want you to say anything.
Pretty much.
He thinks you're a dumb hick. I don't think that though, man. It's okay.
I mean, it's okay if you do. It's fine.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think you're dumb.
But you are a hick.
I'm not a fucking hick.
Dude, you got those cowboy boots.
Okay.
And the Browning hat.
It's a comfortable hat. Fuck you.
And the Carhartt t-shirt.
So they're comfortable. I like comfortable clothes. Fuck you, bitch.
And the 8-inch blade in your pocket.
It's not 8 inches. It's like 6.
I feel like you're in denial right now. Hey, you know what they say, man? The first step to recovery is admitting that you're a country. You're a hick.
That you are a country.
That you are a hick. Shut up.
I am a country. Come to Tom Land.
Ah,
Landia.
Come land.
And step on these nuts.
Suck on these nuts.
Mm.
No, step
Because you're
on
a
me.
ball hog.
Step on me, beat me.
You're a ball hog.
Come to Tomlandia and be a ball hog.
So speaking of worlds and lands, so I was want to ask you like because
Peyton Lafferty.
we watch like we're watching Westworld. And,
God, you really want to talk about this? Go ahead.
I mean, like I've been fucking bringing it up like 4 fucking times, and you guys are like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about this now. Oh, I'm gonna talk about this now."
Hey, put your thing back a bit.
This?
No, your pop filter.
Is Peyton Lafferty there? Come in, Peyton.
There you go.
It's
Come
good.
in, Peyton.
Yeah, go ahead and talk.
Okay, so like I was thinking, it got me thinking like if you guys if we got somewhere in technology in the level of technology where we had the ability to have theme parks so you could just go in and role play, like what type of worlds would you guys want to go to?
Dungeons and Dragons World done.
That's not a. But
You're a
I'm,
hot black
I'm
guy
talking
and you
about.
wanna fuck.
But I'm not saying
Theme
like
park?
like
medieval with dragons.
Oh,
Why not?
okay. Well,
Same thing.
You in my
You can't say
asshole.
dungeon.
Why can't I say Dungeons and Dragons? Why can't there be a Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, you
world?
said medieval. That's better. That's fine.
Like, well, there's a Harry Potter world. Fucking like,
that wouldn't be a real world. That's
Just
not
come
a real
over,
world.
piss on me, beat
there-
me.
if you could be in like a,
Try it
like
out.
you don't think that they make a fucking
gotta
Harry
pay
Potter
rent.
world, bitch?
I mean, they
That'd
would
be
but
one of the first ones
It'd be
that they
ridiculous. I
You just
don't
gotta
like
fuck
make. It would
me,
be
fuck me a
ridiculous.
lot.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I mean,
But you-
actually, it wouldn't be that good of a world because shit, it wouldn't be that good of a world because you wouldn't be able to do real magic. You wouldn't be able to do what they can do in the books.
yeah, they probably.
So
could.
I would be able
Fuck
to
my
turn
ass.
people into spiders and snakes.
Yeah, with CGI and shit.
Joe,
Well,
can I just
what?
give you props?
That's not how the Harry Potter world anyway.
They can't do magic. Because that's
They
part of
can
magic.
do magic.
So
but
all they
that's-
can do is light shows?
That's transformation magic, Joe. Fuck
Okay,
off.
so-
You're a
I have
low-level
no idea
wizard.
what they're
You can't be
talking
fucking
about.
I don't either.
Dumbledore.
I'm just trying to find
What?
good plugs.
You can't be Dumbledore. You fucking you come in and you're a fucking little baby back bitch with your little
I
baby
feel like
powers.
you're getting a little mad, huh?
So
Because you know I'm right with the
I
spells.
just want to give Joe props for completely ignoring the fact that I was saying piss on me, beat me the whole time that he was talking.
Hey, you know what's great about a podcast where we don't cut each other off, bitch?
No, that's why I wanted to do it to see if I could break his concentration during the.
It didn't work though.
Here's the station.
His concentration from the conversation.
Staying alive, staying
If
alive.
you guys want to see a great video, go look up. Man makes music with man uses
Lung
infection as an instrument. It's literally probably one of the best things you've ever seen in your entire life.
Oh, hey, by the way, guys, here's an ad.
Hey guys, remember to follow us on Facebook at The Designated Drinkers, on Podbean at designateddrinkers.podbean.com, and on Twitter at The Designated D. And that's D as in David. And also we're on Fat Lulz Radio. That's FATLUL. Fat Lulz Radio. Oh, that's actually FATLULZ Radio. Ah, fuck. Anyways, thank you for joining us and keep on drinking.
That was a good ad.
Oh, yeah.
They don't pay us.
Tasty.
Hey,
Actually,
do we
it
have
might-
enough ads? Because we're gonna have to make a new ad.
By the time this is over, we actually
won't.
might not have enough ads.
No, we wouldn't. We might have to make more ads.
Why would
we
we-
do? We're looking for some advertisement.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't we have enough ads?
because
Matt Chase's thing is over.
Yeah,
It was a great show, by the way. We
Yeah,
had a
but
lot of
you-
fun.
But you could just put in our emails and stuff.
I just did it today.
yeah. There we go.
So if we do
Stay
3,
in the line.
Anyways,
So can you answer my question, Tom, or did you
What?
not? Oh yeah, fuck you. I hate you so
What's the
much.
you guys were yelling at each other. I'd
Motherfucker!
stop paying attention.
Yeah,
after
maybe
a
because you
minute.
wouldn't.
Oh, you're talking about the world.
Yeah, fuck you.
The world that you want.
the
Not
world that I want.
Yeah, like a world that you would go to. Like if you could, like if Westworld type of concept was real, what type of world would you want to go to?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, medieval.
I mean, I think the Wild West would be cool, but
Okay.
After watching Westworld, Tom's like, I don't know if I want that.
I don't know, man. Maybe Sparta. I think Sparta would be pretty
Oh, I gotta go one a modern city where I go in and I'm rich as fuck.
We're
You just do like
just
fake
want to do
cocaine.
regular life.
Yeah, cocaine.
We're-
Fucking drugs.
yeah, but I mean, in Sparta, you greet men with open mouth kisses and the ladies with handshakes.
And don't they have like orgies and shit? Like all
That's what you
full-born,
prefer?
Like,
That's what you
Yeah,
prefer?
yeah.
He prefers open mouth kisses. I know about it.
From men.
That's how you greet other men. That's how real men greet each other.
didn't
Nick.
they also like?
God.
Didn't they
Boy,
also
I grew
like?
up in the wrong generation, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't they also have sex with little with young men, like with young boys?
Dude, they had sex with everybody in town.
Yeah,
So
the
is that
Romans
what-
were fucking weird.
So would you be doing that then?
No.
Oh, come on, don't make it weird.
He only was an
So-
open mouth kiss man.
Albert Einstein looking motherfucker.
Honestly though, I think that it would either be like Western or like the future.
Western
Oh,
or the
it's
future?
so fucking
Like what future? Like
Yeah, like
give
what?
Me, give me specifics.
like Alien versus Predator future,
No,
or
fuck
like
that shit.
like a zombie world.
Like just like a chill future where I don't have to work anymore.
See, but this is just
Oh,
like a
you're
theme
always
park
gonna
that you
have to
visit.
Like you can be at whatever you want in this theme park and be cool.
Dude, a future where I'm the only man alive.
That would suck.
So woman world.
Oh,
Would
woman
it suck?
world. Okay. I thought.
Dude.
Would it suck?
That just reminded me.
Maybe
of
it would
this-
suck my dick because it would all be bitches.
Okay.
No, this is what it
my first thought was you're the only person.
I mean, I'd kind of be okay with that too, but
It'd be boring.
for a minute, like that.
It'd be boring.
Like that.
I would be like
Twilight
Tom
Zone.
Hanks
The
and
Twilight Zone
The last
episode.
man on earth.
Yeah, where he's like reading, where he's trying to read all his books, and then he steps on his glasses.
Yeah.
I would be like Tom
Black Mirror.
Hanks.
How
and-
ironic.
and
Classic.
Castaway.
Have you seen Black Mirror? I have not.
What's
I feel like you
Mirror?
might like it.
It's that dystopian world where the technology takes over, isn't it?
No, Black Mirror is essentially a ripoff of Twilight Zone,
Oh really?
But it's all about
but it's all about technology.
yeah.
Yeah. So the whole point of Black Mirror
Lame.
is this: your phone, because it's the
because it's
Black
black.
Mirror.
Okay.
That's it.
The whole basis for the show is smartphones.
No, the whole basis
Just
of the
like
show is
screens.
Twilight Zone. Think of Twilight Zone, but with technology
Okay.
and the future. Think more future Twilight Zone.
Okay.
This is for your view.
And I don't know if you're into that. I usually like say like, oh, this might be a good show, but I've never watched it.
Dude, if I
just
was
keep
the
hearing
only
about it.
man left on Earth with just a bunch of women, I'd just be able to repopulate the
No,
world.
this is what would actually happen.
Very slowly.
You would
very
No, I don't
quickly.
want to marry you. Fuck.
yeah, you would get a lot of like, and then you'd be like in a room by yourself, like, fuck, I don't have anyone to talk to about this shit.
Everybody's
she wants me
mad
to
at
mow the
me.
lawn. She wants me to build
Actually,
a fence.
well, then if that's the case,
She
I
wants
want
me to mow 100,000 lawns.
I have to mow the world.
I want to be in a future where it's all women and then just us. So this way, all of us could just hang out on the weekends.
Oh yeah, there you go.
okay.
That makes
That
much
makes
more
more
sense.
sense.
Right, okay.
That's better.
But
He's
I'm
not-
rich.
Yeah, but he's not asking about a world, or like he's asking if you could visit a theme park of your choice that was realistic. When you walked in, what would you choose?
Oh, Jurassic Park.
There you go. See, you had to
100%.
rephrase
Okay,
the
I'm
question.
sorry. It's okay.
Instantly changed his mind to like something completely different.
Jurassic Park, like in what
Fuck
sense?
yeah, dude! I want to fight some fucking raptors, bro. I want to ride those bitches.
Like you're dressed like in Conan the Barbarian gear. You got like some fucking like face paint on you. You're
And
like,
then
come on.
the entire time as he's riding a raptor, he's going barbarian.
I just thought about it.
barbarian."
It would be like the premise of the Gray, but with raptors. Like there's just that one scene at the end where you're just like putting glass on your fucking fist and you see a raptor.
There's,
Go right
dude, yeah, and each
And then the
storyline is
screen just
different.
goes black.
That would be legit.
be
Yeah,
cool. I
like
get it.
it's like a world where like there's dinosaurs, and people are like, "Hey, monster hunter, you want to come hunt raptors with me?" And like all of a sudden you're like in a car and you're fucking shooting dinosaurs. You're like,
be
"Get the
pretty
fuck
cool.
out of here! Get us!" That would be fucking awesome.
But yeah, I would want to be in like the Lost World though, like the second one where
Yeah,
they're
sure.
on the island after everything's all run down and shit. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
sweet.
But you would have
That'd be
guns.
cool.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
and also nothing can kill you because it's a theme park.
Yeah, it's a theme park.
And well, how about you?
Well, I mean, Jurassic Park was a theme park, and a lot
Well,
of
that was a
people died.
theme park with real dinosaurs. This
Kenny
would be
had
a
one
robot.
job to make sure that the raptors didn't fucking get out, and obviously he failed. So, just
right?
saying.
Or that fucking thing that spits shit in your eyes.
That scared the fuck out of me when
It's
I was
called
a
a
kid.
penis. Ask Joe.
How about you, Nick? A world
Nick,
where
what
my
about
baby
you?
doesn't cry every night.
No, he's actually pretty good.
Has he?
Yeah.
How long is he sleeping?
I don't know. I sleep all night.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Have you done what Angelo said?
I don't remember.
He gave you some advice.
Oh. No, I don't do that.
Oh,
She still gets up and does it all.
oh, too bad.
Yeah, I feel like an asshole, but it's okay.
No. I mean, he was just giving you some advice. I've taken a lot of his advice, and
It's good
when
advice.
it comes to
I
when
just
it comes to
haven't
some,
done it.
yeah,
you know
man.
what you should
Yeah.
do? When
I was
she,
just making conversation here.
when she wakes up to feed the baby, you should be like, "Hey, can you make me a
Make me a
sandwich?"
sandwich
In the middle of the
That's
night.
right. Hey, baby, hold on, don't get up. Before you do,
Before you
go
do
take
it.
care of the baby. Can you make me a
I'm
sandwich?
just I'm really hungry right now.
I'm really stressed
really
out about this
stressed
baby
out, yeah.
crying.
Can you also give me like a
I
glass
got a
of
lot
milk?
to do
God,
tomorrow.
can you get him to stop crying? I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Right.
Like,
Somebody shut that kid up.
So theme park.
I want to time travel.
A time travel theme park.
Yeah, just go anywhere
Okay.
and everywhere.
So you just want to
so
go to
kind of
any...
like Jumper.
Like Back to the Future.
Okay.
Oh, that would be cool.
Okay,
Like a
so
Back
like
to the
you
Future
could
theme
you
park.
you could visit like the future and the past.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be
Anywhere.
legit.
Yeah.
That'd
And
be
then
legit
you're-
as fuck.
And then your DeLorean would break down, and you'd have to figure how to get back.
Well,
Right.
I would make it out of something better than a DeLorean.
I mean,
What would be your pick?
if it's a
Your
Back
car.
to the Future theme park?
What would be your time? What would be your time machine
Yeah.
for
Would be
any of you
my
guys?
time
Yeah, what would
machine?
be your time machine?
A sex doll.
Challenger.
Challenger.
You just
They're
have
cool.
sex with the doll, and then you go
I
back.
I would I would make my time machine a bathroom just so I could fuck with people.
Just
Hey
poop.
Tom, you're like, oh, dude, I really gotta take a shit. Yeah, man, go into that bathroom right over there.
You come out. You're like,
then-
oh, I feel better. Holy fuck.
Dinosaur! Oh no, a T-Rex!
This is like the movie.
It's like the movie.
Well, how about
Yeah.
you, Joe? What would be your time machine?
Um.
Besides that fucking gay ass fucking sex doll one.
Oh, that wasn't me.
No, I know. I was just saying.
No, his whole
I-
theme park would just be a sex doll.
Yeah, just one. That's all I need.
He's like, I just gotta blow it up real quick.
When you said sex doll, all I could imagine was like you like humping the door. It's like, sometimes I shit when I come.
You need to go. You need to.
The friction takes me to the past.
You gotta reach at least 5 strokes per second before you get to the
And if you come too quick, you don't make it.
No. I gotta
go,
reload.
You go back to the beginning of the.
I mean,
the
you made
session.
it, but you didn't make it.
What would your theme park be, Joe?
Well, hold up. What would your time machine be first?
Well, my time machine. What was your guys'? Yours was the bathroom. Yours was the
Challenger.
Challenger. Yours was
Sex
the
doll.
sex doll.
I just think it would be funny if somebody walked in on you banging it.
Um,
If somebody walked in on you banging it, and then like you just disappear in the middle of banging a sex doll, you're just like, oh god, and then you just. And he's like, what?
I feel like
the fuck?
I feel like for both of you guys, it's less about traveling in the past and just like disappearing and fucking people. It's
What if
more
it was
what you
just
wanna
fucking?
do.
Yeah, if it's just fucking.
If it was just every time that I fuck somebody, I go back
That's
into
the
past.
ultimate birth control.
Now my question is when I end up back in the past, am I still fucking somebody?
Yes, but you're
Yeah,
not.
you
I
sex doll.
don't know.
Your sex doll.
And then you just like come like immediately.
Because like, what if you're like fucking a rhino
know-
or something?
You know.
That would be weird.
You know.
Yeah.
Joe, what would your
Joe,
time machine
you
be?
yeah, you have asked this question.
What would I
way too
pick?
many times.
I feel like my knee jerk reaction, even though funny enough I wouldn't ride one of these, is probably like a motorcycle.
Motorcycle?
Yeah, like a what's
You
it
look
called?
like you would be.
Did you?
Hagrid on
Were
a
you just
motorcycle.
about to say a hibachi?
No. Yes.
I think I want a
Hibachi.
1200 hibachi.
All right, and then what would be your theme park?
With my theme park.
You can't say Dungeons and Dragons. I took that one already.
It's fine. You said medieval, but okay.
Dungeons
Fucking
and
medieval.
Dragons.
So wait, for yours, would you just be playing Dungeons and Dragons the whole time?
No,
No,
it'd
you
be
were just
like
doing,
like a
quests.
medieval world with dragons and dungeons.
No, okay. Go on, Joe.
I think it would be either between. Have you guys seen like Blade Runner or like something like that, like cyberpunk
Yeah.
type
You've
stuff?
been obsessed with it lately. You keep talking about
Hey,
it.
I really
to
like
me.
that stuff.
Yeah?
Did you see the new one?
No, is
Do you
it
like
bad?
Tron?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. That's what I was saying.
2049.
I haven't seen it. So something like that because it's just like the whole futurist. Because I also really like Ghost in the Shell, not the movie that came out. I didn't watch that because it's probably shitty as fuck.
Nobody wants to watch
Scarlett
that.
Johansson's in it though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
she's a hottie.
Yeah,
I would watch it just to watch her.
He was about to say, I would watch it just to spank to it.
No, it's choke to it. Come on.
what the
I
shit?
get the belt. I go in the closet.
Oh,
Dude, I was watching that movie Game Over Man.
That movie's funny as shit.
There's a scene in this
was it
in
a
this
movie?
movie.
I thought it was a TV show.
No, there's a scene in this
Dude,
movie,
when
Nick,
he's full frontal.
where the bad guys are walking into a room, and the guys go to hide.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, it's not really.
It's
a
a
Netflix
Netflix
movie.
movie.
It's a Netflix
Get
movie.
over it.
So, one of the guys goes into a closet, ties a belt around his neck, grabs his dick, pulls it out, like pulls his pants down, grabs his dick, and the guys go in and they're searching the room, and then they open the closet, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And he's like, he's got his face is fucking purple, and he's holding his cock, and he's like, like that.
And he said before he went in the closet, he's like, "It's time to break out, Old Faithful."
I know. Is it? I haven't seen the movie. Was it the what? What's his name? Adam Devine. Was that the one who did it? Like he's the one who kind of looks like Jet Black.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
It was
knew it.
it was him.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And then he was like fighting these guys with his dick out, like his dick is just swinging.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hilarious.
It's actually pretty. I thought it was a funny movie.
It's worth a watch.
Those guys are funny, man. Have you guys
Yeah,
ever
the
seen Workaholics?
Yeah,
It's a great show.
it's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not better than Always Sunny or like The League, but it's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, so what would your theme park be?
Oh, so like that one, or
Hey Joe, real quick.
or I don't want to go like to feudal era Japan and be like a samurai.
Ooh, that'd be
It'd
cool.
be fucking, yeah, and then
You
get
already
the,
are.
Yeah, I know. So
Dude, that would be fucking awesome. Being a
Right?
fucking samurai and shit, or a
That'd be cool.
ninja.
and they can't fucking kill you, so they always
And you'd be like a feudal lord.
yeah.
But wait, would you have to kill yourself if you failed?
I guess you could.
No.
I mean, you would
Probably just
fail.
get back in line.
But I mean, it's a theme park. Technically, you could fail.
Speaking of theme parks, so I was listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast, and one of the people was talking about the fact that when they went to PAX East or something, there was a Westworld sign up, and you could sign up, and some people got chosen, like, or if you had a pass, and they would take you to a Westworld theme park that they had made. Like for the show, for like promotion for the show.
Yeah.
And he said that you could either pick Black Hat or White Hat, which, you know, kind of like the show, it's either you're a bad guy or a good guy.
Don't ruin the fucking show. I've seen a half an hour of it.
Well, that explains that. And you could interact with actors and stuff like that. But he said that there was a guy that thought he could interact. Like, you could interact and talk to them, but, like, there were some scenes, like, for example, when, like, a bad guy came in and there was a shootout, that you couldn't fucking do anything because you were just watching, and there was fucking PAs and people standing around saying you cannot do anything. This guy fucking went up and tried to take this other guy's gun and punched him in the face, and he got kicked out.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he got dragged out of the fucking the Westworld theme park.
I have a question for you.
What?
If there was an actual Westworld theme park, would you fuck a robot?
Yes. You don't have. I don't have to
Joe?
think
How
about
hot
it.
is the robot?
Very hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
That's just like yes.
Okay. At least we're all on the same page.
Yeah, fuck
You
yeah.
know what? They already have the
because I'm
sex box.
I'm watching this show and I'm just like, I'd fuck that robot.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, look up like the new humanoid sex robot.
Hold up,
And
no.
you know
no,
what's the greatest
speaking-
thing about it is like it would be like 1920s and shit, and you'd be like, oh, I can't get a disease because it's a robot.
Speaking of which, the other day I was watching some documentaries.
And in the 1920s, they stayed
Hold
inside
up.
the house. You didn't have to worry about going out.
So I was watching.
in the house. They stay in
I
the
was
closet.
watching some documentaries on the internet.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Okay. You watching
And
porn?
I was scrolling through.
Yeah.
And I saw one, and it was a couple, and there was a sex doll, and I was like I was done for the day. You know what I'm saying? I
I've
was
seen
done.
those too. I'm
And I
like,
was
what
like,
the fuck?
what the fuck? And I clicked it, and I started watching it. I was like, this is so weird, because they were like fucking it, like it was like they were essentially insinuating that it was a third person. It was the fucking oddest thing in the world.
It's
That's
funny
weird.
as shit.
Yeah, it wasn't even like oh yeah, good
Well-
stuff. I was like, good, this is fucking odd.
Well, I mean, it's
They were enjoying a sex doll.
It's kind of like that whole Peyton Lafferty thing, man. The only reason why I find it funny is because, I've never watched that video for
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
enjoyment wise.
Entertainment.
It was just strictly the way that she says her name, and then at one point the dude is like, "Oh yeah, shove your nose in those balls," and the way he says it, it's just so goddamn funny. Like you're just sitting there laughing.
Yeah, you
And
can't.
I think
your nose in those balls.
I think with that, I
think
want to
with
say
that-
thank you very much for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Carlo.
Tom,
Joe.
and Nick.
We are the Designated Drinkers.
go
Keep
fuck a
on
robot.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He flipped it on me.
Go fuck
Go
a
fuck
robot.
a robot.
Thanks for joining.
Keep
us.
on drinking.
Keep on drinking.
They'll get me through the evening now, baby, there's no doubt. You know they love to party, they want to twist and shout. I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/Fat Lowell's Radio.